Spoiler alert. This story contains details of tonight's Supergirl and the Flash crossover episode on CBS. I think that one of the best parts about the show is it already seemed like Grant has been on Supergirl for a long time. Executive producer Andrew Kreisberg says a Flash star Grant Gustin's crossover appearance tonight on the CBS superheroine series. Now, crossovers are nothing new to the small-screen versions of the DC universe. But Monday they jumped worlds and networks with freshman Supergirl and star Melissa Benoist welcoming the CW's The Flash, which is in its second season. Unlike the past multi-episode team-ups between Arrow and The Flash, which feature two Warner Brothers television-produced series, Monday's one-off on CBS only flows one way, at least for now. Co-written by Kreisberg and Michael Grassi from a story by fellow exec producer Greg Berlanti. Tonight's World's Finest episode might be the start of something more if the momentum, will and ratings are there, Kreisberg tells me. NEP on Arrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, showrunner on The Flash and co-showrunner of Supergirl with Ali Adler. Kreisberg chatted with me about Monday's crossover, how they pulled it off, how it could happen again, and that CW zinger deadline. It seems so logical once it's happened, but how did the World's Finest crossover come together, crossing not just worlds but networks? Kreisberg: I think we always loved the idea of doing it, but it just never seemed feasible. Then a couple of things happened. One was that we really made the idea of the multiverse work on Flash this season, and the audience really accepted that there could be multiple Earths that vibrate in different frequencies. You can see them, but there's an infinite number of Earths, which is a bit of a heady concept, but the audience really took to it. For us, it helped explain the idea that Supergirl and Flash could exist in the same universe. It also explains how on the Flash show why no one has ever brought up the fact that there's Superman in Metropolis. So the idea that this Supergirl series takes place on an alternate Earth that's just like ours sort of gave us license to blend the two shows creatively without feeling like we jumped a shark in some way. Deadline. So, I have to ask, with Batman v Superman having opened big on the big screen in WBTV's Gotham being over on Fox, is there a Batman in Flash and Arrow's universe? Kreisberg laughs. The answer to that is above my pay grade. Deadline. Of course, unlike with Gotham, it helps that CBS owns a significant chunk of the CW, at least in terms of greasing the crossover wheels. Kreisberg: yes, but the other thing I think that happened was just the enthusiasm that was there for it from the fans and the press and even the executives. People were really excited by the process. The people we got into this season, and the more the idea of the multiverse took hold in the audience's imaginations, and the more we understood how to produce Supergirl week in and week out, it didn't seem quite so impossible as it did at the beginning of the year. Deadline. So, are we going to see another Supergirl and Flash crossover or even greater Supergirl crossovers with other DC TV properties? Kreisberg: well, we would love that. I think it's really up to the respective networks and what their appetite is for it, and certainly the audience. If there's a strong audience response to the Supergirl and Flash crossover, that's certainly the wind in the sails to try and make it happen again. We try to never say never when we do anything anymore just because there are so many